I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. The weekend hype is there for me, man. I already bought the Dancing in the Flames single, and let me tell you, those melodic hits every time. And just watching the music video is just so astonishing to me. I just love how creativity and narratively that the weekend is just going on with this journey. As the Hurry Up Tomorrow being his last and final album, as the weekend, you just gotta go out with more so of a pizzazz. So I'm actually pretty excited for that. And that timeless, bro. We gotta talk about that timeless fucking single that him and Cardi did. Cardi actually popped off like surprisingly and astonishing to me, especially with his vocal switch. Like we already know that Cardi has an identity issue every time this man just like speaks. You don't know if you're gonna get a normal Cardi voice, a higher pitch Cardi voice, a deeper Cardi pitch voice, because if y'all listen to a single All Red, like this man dead ass sounds the complete image of Pluto. And I'm just like, wow, just really just caught me off guard of how he just articulates his voice, and that's just really astonishing, man. Like I gotta give props to Cardi on that. And the hype has been just so surreal, man. The weekend is just keep on going with the tours and everything else with the stadiums. I'm just ready for him to drop that album and to go on a tour, man, because once he hits like the US, I'm trying to like to go any available fucking tours that he's in, man, because the hype of his persona and everything else is so surreal, man. Like this man literally hits like what 120 million followers or listeners daily, including myself on fucking Spotify. Like the man already broke his own record of having the most concurrent listeners on a monthly period on Spotify, even crushing his own record of having the most billion stream songs ever. And I think each of his projects consist of like millions or billions of streams. But man, the weekend hype, it's just there, man. It's just incredible stuff that's happening to him. I just can't wait to see if he's going to probably drop another single. For me personally, if he just drops Take Me Back to LA, just that single, and that's it until the album, I'm completely satisfied because we got some new music and we got that one leak song that's been floating around forever. Take Me Back to LA. This man needs to clear that fucking sample, do what he got to do, and then just release it, because that would just so chisel my soul of its entirety, man. But yeah, I'm just so hyped around. I already pre-ordered the whole album. Can't wait to fucking have a whole collection, because I'm already building a whole CD collection. So I have like Dawn FM on the way, and I already have the After Hours. So I'm pretty excited to see my little Trinity Divine trilogy collection coming into play. I have not yet to talk about his original trilogy. I have listened to it of its entirety just as a first time listen, and let me tell you, the difference between him then and now is so completely different. I'll give more about that on a different video when I talk more in depth about trilogy, because there's just a lot. Well, all I gotta say is I do love House of Balloons and Thursday. I love those two are my favorite separate albums, but trilogy together, it's just completely of what the weekend is just all about. But besides dick riding the weekend, I want to move on to Tyler, the motherfucking creator, man. The man that will literally suck my dick and fucking kiss him afterwards. It's just like, dude, I am so ready for 2025, but I'm also kind of scared because he normally does his 2 year run of like every 2 years on an odd one, because apparently that's this whole thing of like releasing on odd years because of odd future or some correlation of that. But he has dropped two new features. One being the crack era, which is like was really just catchy because he's just like, let that go, man, let that go, man. And it's so exciting for me to hear Tyler's voice once again, because I feel like once he's back into it of just like being in the feature songs and more, I feel like he's just more coming back to like going back to creating more music, or be more musically or be more artistic again with his music style, because I don't know, because it's just like around that time it's just like, yeah, he's probably gonna drop something or just drop any promotional material. But on a late Instagram post that I saw from like the rap Instagram the rap page on Instagram was saying something along the lines of like he's not releasing anything or never said anything about an album because it's just us we're just predicting that he's going to release an album on 2025 like the whole year because it's an odd number because he releases his albums on odd years, like odd numbers of the years. So, it's not too far fetched because it's just like that's what he put out. Like, it's a pattern here. You see it's every 2 years of an odd number of the years. So it's like more so of like not a speculating, it's just like what we're accustomed to. Otherwise, yes, he wants to be an actor or actress or whatever the fuck he wants to be. I am up for it because if you guys have watched Lotus Crowd growing up on the Adult Swim, it's the most funniest shit ever, man. Like Tyler is such a funny guy, and I can really see him just portraying like an actual being like an actual actor because I feel like if you guys have listened to his music, you can kind of understand that he can have a really nice depiction of how he's just more so soft spoken melodically, rapidly, lyrically, and all that stuff, and transforming that into a more so creative stance of being an actor. I think he can pull it off because I know Childish Gambino is an actor and he turned a musician and he retired to go back to acting. It works for people in the music industry to turn into acting or just what he's doing with like not modeling but like making clothing lines and brands and whatever. But I'm all full of support with Tyler, what his creative decision is like taking and leading on. I just hope that we're just gonna get music, man. That's the one thing I'm just hoping for. Like if this man retires music, man, I'm gonna cry so much, but I'm also gonna be happy that I'm so excited to and so proud to be Tyler the Creator fan. And I still have not yet bought this man's fucking shoes because he's Louis Vuitton and all that shit is so fucking expensive. I really want to get the collab Converse because I'm a big Converse person that he has made, and it's like $120. It's just like, my man, I could spend that, but it's just like, no, I can't. Like, my mind says yes, but my wallet says no. But yeah, if this is true by his own words that he's not going to release any music of next year, it's kind of like, it's like it is what it is at that point. But if it's going to be like another year or so or another year, so like if he's not releasing at 2025 or maybe 2026 or 7, it's still better than nothing. You shouldn't really rush artists with their music because gotta take time. You gotta find the music. Like the music would just tell you what it needs in Tyler's own words in that way. But yeah, that's like the sad reality of it. If he's not releasing anything, that's fine as long as he's still on that path to still create music at some point. I'm all for it. If he's just gonna be jumping on feature after feature, because I know he is in Pharrell's project of like the Piece by Piece. I know he's one of the features in his album. So, it's just like, cool, whatever, still some Tyler the Creator content. So at least for me, it's like better than nothing. So I'm pretty much okay with that. Also, moving on from that, we have Drake and Party Next Door. I have not fully listened to Party Next Door. I'm still stuck on listening to his Party Pack. That's something I haven't gone myself around to finishing listening to because I know I have that. And also Party Next Door 2. Party Next Door 4. That's what I need to finish. And for like the looks and sounds of it, I feel like, this is honestly not that bad of a collab, giving of like Drake's, past history of music. I feel like what a good representation of how Drake makes his music in that way of like like a R&B type of style. It's like if you guys have listened to Take Care and like Views, and I think just those two, because that's more so of like a soft spoken R&B, but also with Take Care is such an innovating album, like one of Drake's best of all time. So I don't think this collab would be a flop. I think it'll be a whole lot better. Like, listen, if like just thinking about it, I feel like this would be a better collab than Future and 21 because just like I'm kind of tired a little bit of like Drake just being, tough gangster, just rapping. I want to hear more of like melodic Drake just talking about his feelings, talk about women in a most honest and brutal way, or being really raw or really toxic, or how Party Next Door is, because that's who he is. He's more so of a toxic R&B guy, but he does have some few bangers and it does slap. I'm not going to discredit my man because he knows how to like utilize his sound and vocals to the point, while Drake is having an identity issue of like what accent I should do. Cruddy, Brody, fucking stupid shit. But I'm not opposed to that. I'm kind of excited of that, and I feel like this is I like for me because like I'm digging a whole lot more with R&B. So I think this would be like a good route for Drake to have like a good comeback, because man, this man cannot stop releasing album after year. So hopefully this one could be like a good fucking collaboro album, because if I have to say here, I feel like Her Loss is just a little bit better than What a Time It Is to Be in Live, because I feel like Metro and Drake, or Metro and not Metro and Drake, Future and Drake, they have some good songs in that project, but it wasn't really anything of my favorite. It's literally just Jumpman, and I think it was like a 30 to 30 freestyle or some shit. Like I don't know. It's just like they're both different, but they sound really good. But it's just like the songs on there was just really wasn't it for me. But I'm not trying to discredit them. It's just literally my personal preference. But with 21 and Drake, it just sounds better. Just sounds better going in and out. But with this one, I feel like this is gonna bring Drake back to his old ways of just like writing really good fucking music, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see all that good stuff revolving around. Let me know what you guys think about what I talked about today. If not, that's okay with me. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Senegal239, and I hope y'all have a wonderful morning, night, day, evening, whatever the occasion is. Take care, stay safe, and all that good jazz. But anyways, guys, later.